Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to explore something that you might not have thought about while you're enjoying your favorite snacks. How combining fats and carbohydrates can actually impact your brain chemistry and functions. It's fascinating and a little bit shocking. So stick around. Let's start with something you have probably felt before, that irresistible pull towards foods like fries or pizza. And why is that? Well, it turns out that foods combining fats and carbs trigger our brain's reward system way more powerfully than foods with just fats or just carbs. This is called supra-addictive effect. This could explain why these foods are so appealing and why we often find ourselves eating more than we intended. It's not just a craving, it's chemistry. But there is more going under the surface. Consuming too much saturated fat can actually disrupt dopamine signaling in a key reward region of the brain called the nucleus accumbens. Over time, this can reduce dopamine tone and alter how we learn from food rewards. This means that eating a diet high in saturated fat could make it harder to feel satisfied, leading us to seek out even more high fat, high carb foods. There is another twist. Studies have shown that restricting dietary fat can actually increase tonic dopamine levels in brain reward regions. This has a surprising effect on food choices. When dopamine levels rise, the brain is more likely to crave foods that are both that high in carbs and fats. And it's a tricky cycle. And speaking of brain activity, brain scans show that after a reduced fat diet, neural responses to food cues actually decrease. But interestingly, this doesn't happen after a reduced carb diet. Essentially, your brain reacts differently based on the type of diet you are on, which could impact how strong your cravings are. Now, there is where it gets even more fascinating. The combination of fats and carbs can overstimulate your brain's reward mechanism in ways you don't even consciously perceive. This means that your brain is getting these signals without you even being aware, making these foods nearly impossible to resist. And it's not just about cravings. A high fat, high sugar diet can actually alter neurotransmitter metabolism in both your brain and your gut. This can lead to real changes in brain function. So, what you eat doesn't just affect your gut, it impacts your brain too. From an evolutionary standpoint, our brains weren't designed to handle these simultaneous signals from fats and carbs. In the wild, foods combining both of these nutrients were rare. This mismatch could explain why modern diets full of processed foods are so problematic. And if that wasn't enough, the gut brain axis plays a role too. Changes in your gut microbiota from the high fat, high sugar diet can influence neurotransmitters production and brain function. It's a two-way street, and what's happening in your gut can dramatically impact your brain. So, to wrap it up, combining fats and carbs doesn't just create delicious meals, it triggers powerful reward responses in your brain, disrupts dopamine signaling, and even impacts your gut brain axis. While it might be hard to resist, understanding what's happening inside your body can help you make smarter choices. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video interesting, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and more. And drop a comment below with your thoughts. See you next time.